we talked last, we were saying that bonded companies have to be bonded, and I can't imagine what that is, but these gentlemen can tell us. We're talking about minority and disadvantaged business enterprise, and the fact that minorities and women-owned businesses and other ethnic groups now have an opportunity to get in on the business, especially if they're in that kind of business. Carl Moore is with me, and Gary Lynn, and Gary came all the way from Columbia. He is with South Carolina Department of Transportation. Gentlemen, I talked about bonding. Tell us, what is bonding in a few words?
Bonding is when a firm has been awarded a bid and there's a certain dollar amount that carries with that contract that they're receiving, and they have to go to a bonding company to guarantee that that work will be done at the dollar amount of the contract.
And if they don't get it done, what happens?
The bonding company will reimburse the state or the city.
Now, is that just for minority and women-owned businesses, or is that for everybody?
All businesses.
So they're not being treated any differently?
No,
right?
it's a guarantee the work will be done.
Are there any training opportunities at SCDOT or here with Charleston County that folks can get in on?
Yes, currently we are working with the U.S. Department of Transportation and South Carolina Department of Transportation to begin a pilot program this fall on bonding education, whereby individuals who have bonding problems can attend some of these workshops that will be coming up this fall.
Oh, that's exciting. And how about SCDOT? What are you all doing in Columbia for these businesses? And not just for Columbians, it's for anybody.
Well, we for the entire state, the DB program, once we have a certified firm in there, they can just call us, and we have an individual that is savvy in bonding and bonding issues, and we'll work with the individual companies on opportunities for them to find bonding and see what we can do for them.
Something else that I like that you do is send out, because I'm a minority business, and I'm signed on with the Department of Transportation and with the county. And one of the things that I see you doing is sending information by mail of opportunities, jobs that may be coming up. Right. And that's good stuff. Where do you get that information from?
We get it through our internal resources, lettings that are coming up. We have an office that scans everything that comes up through our bidding reviews and whatnot, and they'll find opportunities that'll be key for our DB firms, and then we send those out through mail and through email. It's
not a bad idea to get involved with your agency and certainly with Charleston County.
Yes.
And is there a number that we can call?
Yes, 843-202-6924 to reach me.
And you're in the procurement department.
The contracts and procurement department.
That's right. And as far as SCDOT is concerned?
And with the DOT, we're in the Office of Business Development and Special Programs, and our general number is 803-737-1372. Just ask for whoever you're looking for, and you'll be directed to them.
We just have a few minutes. I was very curious because I heard this, and I want to know if it's true. Is it true that women are doing more of these jobs or getting more jobs than, say, men or African-American men?
In the history of our Charleston County RoadWise project, women tend to have fared better than other ethnic groups.
I have to agree.
Is that the same thing with the state?
I agree.
But why? Why do you think, quickly?
I honestly, I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah. I think it's because we got a lot more hustle.
Could very well be.
How about that? Well, how about that? What we're going to do now is go into the field with Patrice Smith, and she is going to have us meet a young contractor who came through this program, these programs that these gentlemen are talking about. And I'm going to tell you, he has been very successful, and we want to hear a word from him. Patrice?
How exactly did you hear about the transportation half-cent sales tax?
Well, I heard it through news and just contact through my representative on the county council and just through the other representative at the county.
And you heard about it, what, from its inception?
Yes, ma'am, from its inception, and you know, we thought it would be a nice project that we would love to be involved with since it had to do with the county.
So you knew right away then that this was something that you wanted to contract your services out for?
Yes.
And so how exactly did you get involved?
Well, again, we contacted our councilman and found out what we needed to do and who we needed to contact. We found out who the project managers were going to be or who were going out after the project for the county. And we got in contact with those firms, which are the larger engineering firms, and became subs to some of the firms going after the project. LPA ended up winning the project, which was one of the team that we were on, and through that representation and teaming effort, we were able to get some projects through the RoadWise.
Do you know how many projects you've done so far? You say you've been affiliated since its inception, what, maybe about 5, 6 years now?
Yes, yes. We probably completed over the past 6 years about 8 projects through the county. They range from surveying projects through drainage project, drainage design is engineering, sidewalk design improvements was also included, some drainage and road improvements.
So when you found out about this, was there actually an agency that you had to go through to assure minority participation in this transportation half-cent sales tax?
No, there wasn't an agency. I think right at that time it was just a goal for the county to have local DBEs participating, and that's why we again went after that, knowing that since we were a local DBE and as a civil engineering firm, there aren't too many local black DBE firms in the area.
And what is exactly DBE?
DBE is a disadvantaged business enterprise. Minority, it can be either minority or women or small business enterprise or a business it helps them to qualify and to compete with some of the other firms. It also allows them the opportunity to team with other firms to get in on projects that they couldn't do themselves if we don't have the manpower, the expertise to do certain areas. But we can fulfill some of the roles in there. Then we team with other larger firms to get in with the team.
And so tell me then, as an engineering firm, exactly what you do.
What we do, we are civil engineers. We design civil site designs, whether it's road design, subdivision design, commercial designs. Typically, what I say is anything 5 foot outside of a building, we typically design it. Roads, utilities, drainage. We also have surveying crews. We also do land acquisition through encroachment acquisitions through DOT. So we are a full-fledged civil engineering firm.
So then does the transportation half-cent sales tax, or the DBE part of it, well, let me stop. DBE is SCDOT. We got
SCDOT, right, I'm sorry.
Right,
yeah.
right. So that comes under that umbrella.
Right.
Do you have to actually bid on projects then, or are projects automatically given to you, or?
We don't actually bid on projects. As a professional, you typically don't bid for projects. It's usually a proposal that you put together. You put together a proposal for a project based on your expertise. That entity selects your company or your firm or your team that you're with to do the type of project that they're looking for. But you have that expertise and the qualifications to do that.
And to your knowledge, are there many I would say minority contractors with the transportation half-cent sales tax, or has that number increased, or is there an effort, to your knowledge, to recruit more minority statuses?
I know once the program got started, they created a minority part of the program that helped bring in more minorities to the RoadWise program. Now, to date, I'm not sure what the efforts are or where that stands, but it was very beneficial to us also in helping us, once the project started, keeping us involved with what was actually going on through the program.
So what other projects are you doing as well?
Right now we're doing some other outside of RoadWise. I'm assuming we're doing some projects with Charleston Water Systems. We've done some designs through there. We're doing some work up in Columbia. Utility design there. We're doing some work in Manning with some subdivisions. We've done some church design. So anything, again, civil site design, we can do it.
All right, now we are here on Dickens Street, and tell me about this sidewalk that you all constructed. Was there ever one here before, or you all put this one here?
There wasn't a sidewalk here. It was just a paved road with a swale ditch. The area wanted a sidewalk. There's a lot of pedestrian pathway through the pedestrians that use this road. We actually designed the road. It's about 600 foot of sidewalk from one end from Sam Rittenberg over to Orangeburg Road. So we designed it and put in some storm drainage also with that.
And how much time does a project like this take from I guess maybe from design phase to completion?
It usually takes about 6 months to from design phase to get it out to construction, and then this type of project probably took about 3 months to complete.
Very good. It's a nice sidewalk. And then you have another one, what, not too far away in the same area?
Yes, we do. Actually, the next street over. Yes.
And that one goes, what, from the beginning of the street all the way to Orange
Same
Grove as
thing.
well?
Yes, the same distance.
I would imagine that this sidewalk is really quite necessary because there is a lot of pedestrian traffic, and there never has been one.
Yes, it is. There's a lot of traffic that comes from Orange Grove Road to Sam Rittenberg going over to the shopping center area. Again, it was kind of dangerous getting across. We also set in some controls to help the pedestrians get across, where you have your allow them to let them know when to walk and when not to walk.
What are some of the advantages then for minorities being affiliated with the half-cent sales tax?
Well, advantage is that the county has set goals on these projects, which allows minorities to participate in the projects with the counties where typically they haven't been participating as much. These goals help us as small companies build ourselves. It also allows us to grow and be able to compete with some of the larger companies, whether it's a contractor or from professional side. So
you've got a project also going on over, or one that's completed actually, over in North Charleston. Where's that?
Over on Greenridge Road. They've done some road improvements on Greenridge and actually Antler Drive. We actually worked with another larger engineering firm as their sub doing the surveying. So we surveyed initially, prepared the project for them to do the design work, and then we followed up with some design work ourselves on some sidewalks along Greenridge Road and then also along Antler Drive. Greenridge Road is completed. Antler Drive is in the process now of either acquiring a contractor, or the contractors may have already been acquired by the county to go ahead and construct that phase of it. And that's a little over a mile worth of sidewalk.
So there was no sidewalk there before?
There was no sidewalk. In Greenridge Road, there was sections that had sidewalk, but it stopped once it got to the neighborhood. So we included a section in the neighborhood that actually it was about a mile also through Greenridge along Greenridge Road. And now Antler, where actually at the end of Antler, there's a library. So it allowed the folks that lived off of Greenridge to walk that section all the way to the library and gave access along that road, which there was already pedestrian traffic there to start with.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Patrice. That was very, very interesting, and I'm learning something as we close out our program on Charleston County RoadWise, and that is that in Charleston County, 82 minority-owned businesses have been involved already, and they've been earning over $20 million. In fact, there was one minority business who's been a part of this program who earned on his own some $2 million as well. And that's pretty good, and it's working. It's working for all people in our community. And so I understand, too, that 16% of all the utilized minorities, they are 16% of the overall budget for Charleston County. So they really have gotten themselves in there, and they're doing quite a bit of work in this area, and we're pleased to be able to report that. Well, that's our program for today. This has been Charleston County RoadWise. I'm Cheryl Harleston.
For more information about RoadWise projects, visit us at ccroadwise.org and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.